Jocelyn Eve Stoker, better known by her stage name Joss Stone, is an English soul singer-songwriter and actress. Stone rose to fame in late 2003 with her multi-platinum debut album, The Soul Sessions, which made the 2004 Mercury Prize shortlist. Her second album, the similarly multi-platinum Mind, Body and Soul, topped the UK albums chart for 1 week and spawned the top 10 hit You Had Me, Stone's most successful single on the UK singles chart to date. Both the album and single received one nomination at the 2005 Grammy Awards, while Stone herself was nominated for Best New Artist, and in an annual BBC poll of music critics, Sound of 2004 was ranked 5th as a predicted breakthrough act of 2004. She became the youngest British female singer whose album topped the UK albums chart. Stone's third album, Introducing Joss Stone, released in March 2007, achieved gold record status by the RIAA and yielded the second ever highest debut for a British female solo artist on the Billboard 200, and became Stone's first top 5 album in the United States and first non-top 10 album in the United Kingdom. Stone released her fourth album, Colour Me Free, on October 20, 2009, which reached the top 10 on Billboard. Stone released her fifth album, LP1, on July 22, 2011, which reached the top 10 on Billboard. Throughout her career, Stone has sold 14 million albums worldwide, establishing herself as one of the best-selling artists of her time, best-selling soul artists of the 2000s and best-selling British artists of her time. Her first 3 albums have sold over 2,722,000 copies in the United States, while her first 2 albums have sold over 2 million copies in United Kingdom. She has earned numerous awards and accolades, including 2 Brit Awards and 1 Grammy Award out of 5 nominations. She also made her film acting debut in 2006 with the fantasy-adventure film Aragon, and made her television debut portraying Anne of Cleves in the Showtime series The Tudors in 2009. Stone was the youngest woman on the 2006 Sunday Times Rich List, an annual list of the UK's wealthiest people, with a £6 a million. In 2012, her net worth was estimated to be £10 million, making her the 5th richest British musician under 30. The Soul Sessions Volume 2, a sequel to her debut album, was released on July 23, 2012. This is her 4th consecutive album to reach the top 10 on Billboard 200. Early life: Stone was born at Buckland Hospital in Dover, Kent, and spent her teenage years in Ashiel, a small village near Cullompton in Devon. She is the third of 4 children born to Wendy and Richard Stoker. Her father owns a fruit and nut import-export business. Her mother worked as Stone's manager until October 2004. Stone made her first public appearance at the Irv Coombe Comprehensive Shortlist, which she attended in Irv Coombe, Devon, with a cover version of Jackie Wilson's 1957 song Reet Petite. Stone blames her dyslexia for the fact that she left school at age 16 with only 3 GCSE qualifications. "It wasn't that I was stupid. I'm just a little bit dyslexic and I wasn't very academic. I am more artistic," she says. Stone grew up listening to a wide variety of music including 1960s and 1970s American R&B and soul music performed by such artists as Dusty Springfield and Aretha Franklin. As a result, she developed a soulful style of singing like her idols. "My first CD that I owned was Aretha Franklin, Greatest Hits. And I saw the advert on TV and it was just like little clips of her songs. I had no idea who she was I was only like 10 so. I said, oh yeah, that looks really good, so I wrote it down and I said to my mum, can I have that for Christmas? So she told my friend Dennis, who always gets me good music anyway, and he got that for me. So that was one of my first albums that I loved." She would later tell MTV News: "I kind of clicked into soul music more than anything else because of the vocals. You've got to have good vocals to sing soul music and I always liked it ever since I was little." Career: 2001 03, Beginnings and the Soul Sessions. In 2001, at the age of 13, Stone auditioned for the BBC television talent show, Star for a Night in London, singing Franklin's 1968 Goffin King hit, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman, and Whitney Houston's 1999 single, It's Not Right But It's Okay. After passing her audition, she sang Donna Summers on the radio for the broadcast, and eventually won the contest. She also appeared on and won Steps to the Stars. Stone then performed on a charity show, where she drew the attention of the Boiler House Boys, composed of London-based producers Andy Dean and Ben Wolfe, who contacted S-Curve Records founder and CEO, Steve Greenberg in December 2001 telling him that they had just heard the greatest singer they'd ever heard from their country. In early 2002, Greenberg flew Stone to New York for an audition, in which she sang to backing tracks of classic soul songs, Otis Redding's 1968, Sittin' on the Dock of the Bay, Gladys Knight and the Pips' 1973 Midnight Train to Georgia, and Franklin's, You Make Me Feel Like a Natural Woman. Greenberg instantly signed her to his label. After being signed by S-Curve Records, her U.S. market album was released by the label S-Curve Records, and in the international market her album was released by the label EMI Music. Stone flew to Miami and Philadelphia to start work on her debut album, The Soul Sessions, released on September 16, 2003. She collaborated with people with solid credentials in the Miami soul scene such as Betty Wright, Benny Lattimore, Timmy Thomas and Little Beaver, as well as contemporary acts Angie Stone and The Roots. The album, produced by Steve Greenberg, Mike Mancini and Betty Wright, consists of little-known soul tracks by Franklin, Laura Lee, Betty Swan and others. Released in late 2003, it reached the top 5 on the UK Albums Chart as well as the top 40 of the US Billboard 200 chart. The lead single, Fell in Love with a Boy, a reworking of the White Stripes' 2001 Fell in Love with a Girl, reached a top 20 of the UK Singles Chart, as did the second single, a cover version of Sugar Billy's 1974 song Super Duper Love. The album eventually went triple platinum by the British phonographic industry in mid-April 2005 and gold by the Recording Industry Association of America in late March 2004. 2004 Euro 06, Mind, Body and Soul and film debut. After achieving critical acclaim with the Soul Sessions, Stone worked on new material, and recorded her second album, Mind, Body and Soul, which was released on September 28, 2004, produced by the same team as her first album. She called the album her real debut. It debuted at number 1 in the UK, breaking the record for the youngest female ever to top the UK Albums Chart, and just missed the top 10 of the US Billboard 200 after peaking at number 11. The lead single, You Had Me, became her biggest hit to date when it rose to number 9 in the UK. Follow-up singles Right to Be Wrong and Spoiled both made the top 40, and Don't Car Wanna Ride, the top 20. Spoiled landed just outside the top 50 of US Hot R&B hip-hop songs, peaking at number 54. In early September 2005, Mind, Body and Soul was certified triple platinum by the BPI and platinum by the RIAA. In 2004, Stone began dating Bo Dozier, with whom she co-wrote the song Spoiled. Dozier is the son of Motown producer Lamont Dozier, who is best known as part of Holland Dozier Holland. The two split up in November 2005. Stone joined Band Aid 20 on November 14, 2004 in benefit of Sudan's troubled Darfur region. The group, consisting of such luminaries as Coldplay lead singer Chris Martin and U2 lead singer Bono, re-recorded the 1984 song Do They Know It's Christmas? Written by Band Aid organizers Bob Geldof and Midge Ure. Stone, who was born 2 years after the release of the original single, was not initially aware of who Bob Geldof was. The media gleefully reported that she repeatedly referred to him as Bob Gandolf. Despite some criticism, the single became the UK's biggest-selling single of 2004 as well as the 2004 Christmas #1 single. At the 2005 Brit Awards, Stone won for British Female Solo Artist and British Urban Actor Euro, entering the Guinness World Records as the youngest Brit Awards solo winner at age 70 in a Euro, and was nominated for British Breakthrough Act. She also received a nomination for Best UK Act of the Year at the 2005 MOBO Awards, as well as 3 nominations for the 2005 Grammy Awards: a Euro Best New Artist, Best Female Pop Vocal Performance for You Had Me, and Best Pop Vocal Album for Mind Body and Soul Euro, where she sang with rock performer Melissa Etheridge, in tribute to blues rock singer Janis Joplin. Their performance of Cry Baby Piece of My Heart was released as a single, and through the aid of strong digital download sales, became Stone's first single to enter the US Billboard Hot 100, when it debuted and peaked at number 32 the week of April 2, 2005. That same year, she was voted the world's sexiest vegetarian by Peter II, alongside Chris Martin. In March 2005, Stone was named the spokesperson for the Gap clothing company, replacing the actress Sarah Jessica Parker. She appeared in a television advertisement for that store chain singing a cover of Ray Charles's 1958 song Nighttime is the Right Time. Stone also appeared in one of Gap's 4 2005 favorites commercials, singing the Beach Boys' 1966 song God Only Knows. By that time, rumors circulated about her being dropped from the campaign because she was living with then 25-year-old songwriter and producer Bo Dozier in Los Angeles while she was only 17. However, Gap later denied the rumors, stating that they were very happy with Stone and telling BBC Radio 1 that the claims were absolute tosh, and a complete fabrication. On April 11, 2005, Stone performed Spoiled, Rufus' 1974 song Tell Me Something Good with John Legend, Otis Redding's 1966 song Try a Little Tenderness with Donna Summer, and 1977's Hot Legs with Rod Stewart at Save the Music, a concert to benefit the VH1 Save the Music Foundation, in benefit of VH1's Save the Music Foundation. 3 months later, on July 2, 2005, Stone performed Super Duper Love, I Had a Dream, and Some Kind of Wonderful at the Live 8 concert at Hyde Park, London. Stone performed a medley of It's a Man's World, and Papa's Got a Brand New Bag with funk legend James Brown on BBC One's chat show Friday Night with Jonathan Ross on July 1, 2005. Stone collaborated with jazz pianist Herbie Hancock and blues singer-guitarist Johnny Lang on a cover of U2's 1988 song, When Love Comes to Town for Hancock's 2005 album Possibilities. That same year, Stone was featured along with Sean Paul on Santana's Cry Baby Cry, and worked with Patti LaBelle on a remake of the latter's 1985 song Stir It Up for the soundtrack to the Disney animated film Chicken Little. She also collaborated with Lima in 2006 on his third studio album, The Truth About Love, on the track Anniversary. On February 5, 2006, Stone joined Stevie Wonder, India Arie, and John Legend during the Super Bowl XL pre-game ceremonies to perform a medley of Wonder's hits. 3 days later, on February 8, on the night of the 2006 Grammy Awards, she helped perform a medley of Sly and the Family Stone's hits alongside Legend, Ciara, Maroon 5, will.i.am, Robert Randolph, Steven Tyler and Joe Perry. Stone made her film debut in the fantasy adventure film Aragon, directed by Stephen Fangmeyer and released on December 15, 2006, playing the fortune teller Angela. At the 2007 Grammy Awards, Stone shared the award for Best R&B Performance by a Duo or Group with vocals for her collaboration with John Legend and Van Hunt on their 2005 cover of Sly and the Family Stone's 1971 chart topper Family Affair. 2007 A Euro 08, introducing Joss Stone. Stone caused controversy at the 2007 Brit Awards ceremony on February 14, 2007 while presenting the award for British Male Solo Artist. Speaking in a fake American accent, she circled the podium and gave a speech about Robbie Williams, who had been the target of earlier jokes made by host Russell Brand. Williams had been reported as going into rehabilitation that same week. As her speech continued, she made remarks about Brand, implying that he was heading for rehabilitation himself. In response to the British media's reaction, Stone responded, "At the end of the day, I don't give a fuck if people have a problem with my accent. That's all I can say about it. The words I say do not change. If the way that it sounds is skew-if and you don't like it, don't listen. I'm not being a cruel person by sounding a different way. And I can't help it. I've been in America working since I was, 14. Stone. a vegetarian since birth. Having been brought up as one by her parents, was photographed by Justin Borucki posing with a chicken in an advert for PETA in March 2007, whose tagline states, "I am Joss Stone and I am a vegetarian." Stone began work on her third studio album, Introducing Joss Stone, at Compass Point Studios in Nassau, Bahamas, in May 2006. Released on March 12, 2007, the album was coordinated by A&R Chris and Acute, produced by Raphael Saadiq, and included collaborations with Lauryn Hill, Common, and Joey. Virgin Records describes the album as an electrifying mix of warm vintage soul, 1970s style R&B, Motown girl group harmonies, and hip-hop grooves. Stone herself describes it as truly me. "That's why I'm calling it Introducing Joss Stone. These are my words, and this is who I am as an artist." She also revealed on the Tavis Smiley show that her breakup with Bo Dozier was a source of inspiration while writing Introducing Joss Stone. The album debuted and peaked at number 12 on the UK Albums Chart, not managing to match the success of Stone's two previous albums. It nevertheless debuted at number 2 on the Billboard 200, selling 118,000 copies in its first week, becoming the highest debut for a British solo female artist on the US chart, surpassing the record previously held by Amy Winehouse with Back to Black. Tell Me About It, the album's lead single, debuted and peaked at number 28 on the UK singles chart where it stayed for 3 weeks only and peaked at number 83 on the US Billboard Hot 100. The second single, Tell Me What We're Gonna Do Now, a collaboration with rapper Common, failed to chart inside the UK Top 75, but made the Top 65 of the US Hot R&B hip-hop songs. Stone and Common turned the single's music video into a product red, reverting 100% of the gains from copies of the video purchased from iTunes to the Global Fund to Fight AIDS, Tuberculosis and Malaria. Stone is the first product red artist to do so. Baby 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 was released digitally in December 2007 and physically in January 2008 as the third single. In support of the album, Stone embarked on a North American tour which began on April 27 at Foxwoods Resort Casino in Ledyard, Connecticut and ended on June 13 at the Villain Center in Vienna, Virginia, visiting 16 cities in total including Philadelphia, San Francisco, Vancouver, Chicago, Toronto, New York and Boston. 2 months later, she went on a North American late summer tour which kicked off on August 27 at the Greek Theatre in Los Angeles and ended on September 29 at the Crossroads in Kansas City, Missouri, covering 12 cities this time including Mexico City, 2009 10, Color Me Free, and Departure from Emmy. Stone was photographed by Canadian singer-guitarist and photographer Bryan Adams for Phonics Hear the World initiative, whose main goal is to raise global awareness for the topic of hearing and hearing loss. "Being able to hear means that you can enjoy all the sounds of the world," she said. On July 7, 2007, Stone performed at the South African leg of the Live Earth concerts at the Coca-Cola Dome in Johannesburg, to promote awareness of global warming. She sang the Introducing Joss Stone tracks Girl They Won't Believe It, Head Turner, Tell Me What We're Gonna Do Now, Music, and Tell Me About It, as well as Mind, Body and Soul's Right to Be Wrong, and Gimme Shelter, the latter with Anger copyright Lick Kiddo. Stone covered Nat King Cole's 1965 classic Love for an advertising campaign for Chanel's Coco Mademoiselle fragrance. On November 29, 2007, Stone joined Jeff Beck on a duet of the Impressions' 1965 song People Get Ready as part of his series of concerts at London's Ronnie Scott's Jazz Club, documented on the DVD Performing This Week, Live at Ronnie Scott's. In order to raise the awareness of AIDS, Annie Lennox joined forces with 23 female acts and recorded the song Sing, which was released on World AIDS Day on December 1, 2007, when Lennox performed at one of Nelson Mandela's 46,664 concerts at Johannesburg's Ellis Park Stadium. In mid-December 2007, Stone was named the new Flake Girl to star in a series of television adverts for the Cadbury Schweppes product in the spring of 2008. According to the company, she is the first non-model to take the role. In March 2008, Stone signed for the role of a lesbian named Stephanie in the British romantic comedy Snappers. In addition to acting, she produced the film's soundtrack. The film, also starring Chloe Homan, Caroline Quentin and Bruce Jones, premiered at the English RIAA Comedy Film Festival in September 2008. Stone made her television debut portraying Henry VIII's fourth wife Anne of Cleves in the third season of Showtime's series The Tudors. She reprised the role in the show's final season in 2010, appearing in 2 episodes. Stone launched a legal battle in a bid to leave her record label, EMI, and free her of her current 3-album deal with the record label in April 2008. Stone performed at the 19th Annual GLAAD Media Awards at the Kodak Theater in Hollywood, Los Angeles, California on April 26, 2008. She also performed Right to Be Wrong at the LA Pride 2008 produced by Christopher Street West, a non-profit organization in West Hollywood, California, on June 7, 2008. On October 26, 2008, Stone sang the British national anthem, God Save the Queen, before the NFL match between the San Diego Chargers and the New Orleans Saints, held at Wembley Stadium, London. On December 7, 2008, Stone performed The Who's 1965 song My Generation on CBS's Kennedy Center Honors TV special at the Kennedy Center, Washington, D.C., honoring Pete Townshend and Roger Daltrey. In 2010, Stone also appeared on Ringo Starr's album, Why Not on the song, Who's Your Daddy, in which she sang and co-wrote with the ex-Beatle. Appeared on Jeff Beck's album, Emotion and Commotion on the songs There's No Other Me, and I Put a Spell on You, being the last one nominated for the Grammy Award for Best Rock Performance by a Duo or Group with Vocal at 53rd Grammy Awards. In late 2010, Stone's voice and likeness were used for the Bond girl character of Nicole Hunter, a jewelry designer and MI6 agent, in the video game James Bond 007, Bloodstone. In addition to portraying the character, she also performed the game's theme song, I'll Take It All, which was co-written and performed with Dave Stewart. Stone's fourth studio album was written and recorded in about a week in Devon in early 2008. I kind of woke up one morning and wanted to make an album, she says. It's very, very raw. It's a bunch of musicians, writers and myself, and we're just jamming, basically. In promotion of the album, entitled Color Me Free, Stone played concerts throughout the United Kingdom in February and March. Originally scheduled for release in April 2009, Color Me Free was finally released on October 20, 2009, after EMI delayed the album's release. Joss revealed that her record company also fought her about the original cover of her new album, calling it offensive. It was changed to simple text and no picture of the singer on the American edition. The original cover was used on the other editions worldwide. In late August 2010, it was reported that Stone had left EMI and formed her own independent record label, Stone Up Records. EMI announced in late December that they would be releasing a greatest hits album, The Best of Joss Stone 2003-2009. The compilation was released on September 30, 2011. In 2010, she collaborated with Puerto Rican recording artist Ricky Martin for The Best Thing About Me Is You, and peaked at number 74 on the U.S. Billboard Hot 100 and which topped the Hot Latin Songs and Latin Pop Songs chart. This was Stone's first number 1 on all 2 charts, which also made her the first Briton of non-Hispanic origin to reach number 1 on the Hot Latin Tracks and Latin Pop Songs chart. 2011 A Present, LP1, Super Heavy and The Soul Sessions Vol. 2. On June 14, 2011, police arrested 2 men in Colompton, Devon, near Stone's home, for plotting to rob and murder her. After a trial at Exeter Crown Court for conspiracy to rob, murder and commit grievous bodily harm against her, they were found guilty and convicted on April 3, 2013. Stone partnered with Surf Dog Records to release LP1 on July 26, 2011, through her own label Stone Up Records. The album was recorded in Nashville, Tennessee in 6 days, where Stone co-wrote and co-produced the album with Eurythmics co-founder, David Stewart. The lead single, Somehow, was released on June 24, 2011. Stone also joined the supergroup Super Heavy, which was formed by Mick Jagger of the Rolling Stones, together with Dave Stewart, Damian Marley and the Indian musician and producer A.R. Rahman. The album was recorded at Jim Henson Studios in Los Angeles and was released in September 20, 2011 by A&M Records. The debut single, Miracle Worker, was released on July 19, 2011. Released in July 2012, The Soul Sessions Vol. 2 saw Stone return to her original label, S-Curve Records, who released the album jointly with the artist Stone Up Records, and features production from Steve Greenberg. The album finds Stone largely covering lesser-known soul songs from the 1970s and 1980s by acts including the Chi Lights, the Honeycomb, the Dells, Sylvia, Lay by Sif and Linda Lewis. The album reached the top 10 on the US Billboard 200 and the UK album chart. In the UK it was her first top 10 album since 2004's Mind, Body and Soul. In 2013 she performed live shows including Indonesia and the Philippines. She also made an appearance on UK series Top Gear. Stone announced to newspaper La Vanguardia back in July 2012 that she would work on a reggae album. She stated that it would be recorded and produced by herself and Damian Marley, who previously worked in Super Heavy. In March 2014, she elaborated that the new album would be a little bit different and more eclectic with a little bit more hip-hop and reggae. In addition to releasing the new album, she plans to embark on a true world tour by playing a gig in every country on the planet. The total world tour, which started in April 2014, should take 2.5 to 3 years and visit 204 countries. Performance style: Stone possesses the vocal range of a contralto. She is also known for her barefoot performances. Discography: The Soul Sessions, Mind, Body and Soul, introducing Joss Stone, Color Me Free. LP1, The Soul Sessions Volume 2, Filmography, Awards and Nominations. During her career Joss Stone won 8 awards, including 1 Grammy Award and 2 Brit Awards. References. External links: Official website, Joss Stone at AllMusic, Joss Stone at the Internet Movie Database.